there. This is your tarot energetic reading for the month of June 2026. This reading is going to be for Capricorn. I recommend that you watch your sun sign first, your moon sign second, and your rising sign third. All of those are available on my page. You can go ahead and check those out. I post them all at the same time, so there's no need to wait. They're all there for you if you want to watch them all. This is a reading based on your astrological sign, so it means that a lot of things are going to apply to you, but it's not necessarily going to be hyper specific to you personally. If you would like a personal reading, my website is available for bookings. Um, you can also DM me or what was it? Message me in the comments. I do read those. I do try to reply when I can. So you're welcome to reach out to me, and I'd be happy to give you more information or answer any questions you may have. So without further ado, this is going to be the energy for Capricorn. Are you okay? It kind of feels like you might be encountering some kind of, I don't want to say dark horse, but something to that effect. We have the Nine of Wands, the Tower in reverse, and then we have the Four of Wands here. I'll go ahead and give you a closer look at those. And the Nine of Wands, it's a fire sign, but it's very, or not a fire sign, it's a fire element, but it's very mysterious. You kind of have this um for some reason I was like, what animal is that? I think it's a kind of cat. A kind of cat. But it's like you are reaching, it kind of seems like you're reaching towards the end of a project you've been working on, Capricorn, and it feels very like methodical, like ooh, like I have this masterpiece that I have been creating, and you're about to complete it or release it to the world, or like the next step would be releasing it to the world kind of thing. There's this kind of like, you know, suspicious, methodical, I have been working on something behind the scenes. Ooh, ah. That feels like kind of the energy behind it. We have the tower in reverse, which is interesting because usually the tower is like something catastrophic to a degree, kind of changes your whole life, but we have it in reverse. So the impact that you think something will have is not going to be as big or as explosive as a you think, or it will, but it's going to be in kind of like a negative way. It doesn't seem like whatever you've been working towards is going to have the effect that you want it to have. Um, Early in the month, in we have the element of we're in Gemini, so we have the element of air kind of aiding us. It kind of seems like you're not taking advantage of the Gemini energy and not really thinking through what you're doing. I recommend in the beginning of June, you have a lot of this like fire and drive and like I'm working towards this. And but it's like kind of this tower in reverse feels like it's going to have a negative outcome. Like what you want is the tower, because the tower is changing your life radically for the better, but it's in reverse, so it's going to change your life radically, like kind of not for the better is what it feels like. It's like you're kind of ignoring logic. You're like Capricorn, it seems like you're really like dedicated to something. And in the beginning of June, Gemini is going to give you an opportunity to think through that thing logically. And it might not be that the thing that you're working on is necessarily bad. It might just be like it's not the right time, or it like the timing's not right for you in your life. It might just be like it needs tweaking, you need advice on something, but you're really stuck on it being the way that it is. Um And this could, it feels like something you've been working on specifically. Um, it can be like a project that you have. It can also kind of be aspects of your life if you're thinking about making some kind of radical change in your work, in your living situation. Um, I wouldn't be so rash in making those kinds of decisions because if you are a little bit too rash in the beginning of June, mid June ish, it's kind of not gonna be maybe the outcome that you're hoping for. So a little bit of a warning there. Towards the end of June, we're going to be entering Cancer, and regardless of kind of what happens with the Tower in reverse, you're going to have this inclination to kind of return to family. And even though this is still wands here, so you're still going to have this kind of fire energy. Either you kind of really take to heart about putting pumping the brakes a little bit on what you're working on right now and kind of like logically rethinking, is this the right time? Do I have everything set up for this? Do I have the right, like, are all my I's dotted or all my T's crossed for this to have a good outcome? Um, but towards the end of June, you're going to feel inclined to like return to family, to seek advice from people who you respect. This can be like even somebody like your parents. It could be anyone you look up to, like a godparent. Um, it's going to feel like you're going to have either the fallout of what you did was really bad and you're going to return to family for comfort, or you were able to kind of circumvent the impending disaster of some kind, and you're seeking family and close friends and stuff for counsel. Um, so a little bit of a warning for you, Capricorn. I would pump the brakes a little bit on whatever you're doing. Like, it doesn't mean that you have to stop everything. It just means that really kind of take a look, logic, like really use the Gemini logic, that take advantage of the element of air to really think about what it is that you're doing before you kind of complete that cycle of whatever it is you're working on, because it might have the adverse effects than what you expect. Seek some advice. But overall, it's not going to be like you can come out the other side of anything. So I hope that helps. If you want to know specifically what this might be for you, Capricorn, you can do a personal reading with me and I can look at you specifically and what is happening in your life exactly. Um, Otherwise, good luck. I hope you have a great June.